Hello my friends, this is Moonday, and in today's reading we're going to find out what, sorry, not what, but what, what is the best way for you to express your love. I was thinking about the question for today's reading, and I thought it would be quite interesting to do something like that. Also in today's reading, it's going to be, the whole thing is going to be a little bit different, but I'll explain that to you in a second. First of all, I really wanted to thank each and every one of you who has subscribed, who has liked my videos, who left me a comment. You guys are amazing, and I cannot just thank you enough for just being here and just sharing these moments with me. So thank you so much once again, and if you're new, please consider subscribing. I post videos like that pretty much every Friday, and if I cannot post it for some reason, the updates will be on my Instagram account. So yeah, consider subscribing, adding me on Instagram as well. So yeah, what else I wanted to say, just a quick reminder, actually two quick reminders. The first one is that this is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate with you, so take whatever does resonate with you and simply leave the rest. The second reminder is that I am an intuitive reader, which means I don't just stick to the meanings from the books. If the spirit is like telling me something, you know, that, so I'm gonna share that with you, and I will not just stick to the meanings from the book. So I'm very sorry if that upsets any of you. You don't have to watch it if you don't like this type of things, but yeah, I appreciate you anyways. Okay, so how does it work? We've got three groups of cards over here. Group number 1 with the tiger's eye, group number 2 with the amethyst, and group number 3 with the clear quartz. So you can pause this video right now and you can choose your group. You can obviously use your intuition, you can meditate, you can choose by crystal, you can choose by a pendulum, which is my favorite method of doing this kind of things. And yeah, whenever you're ready, the timestamps are going to be in the description box down below. So yeah, you can just go straight to your reading, or you can just listen to me just for 1 minute more, just telling you how this reading is going to be a little bit different from the readings I've done before. So for each group I've got some oracle cards, and how is it going to be different is that I'm going to clarify them using a tarot deck. So it is going to be a little bit different. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below if you do like this type of change, or maybe you want me to stick to the readings I've been doing before, the formula I've been doing before. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just go straight to the group number 1 with the tiger's eye. Hello group number 1, I hope you're doing well. So let me remind you, today we're going to find out what is the best way for you to express your love. And this is the group with the tiger's eye. So let us see, what do we have here? You're not here to make others understand you, you're here to understand yourself. Wow, the first card from the first group, and such a deep meaning. We've got to give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. We've got the leadership card, and we've got, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again, I choose love. Wow. Okay, well, like even without pulling the tarot cards for you, I can clearly tell you what the cards are showing me and what is spirit telling me. For most of you have chosen this group, you're either on you're either in a relationship or you're actually have kind of finished some kind of relationship that has been there for a long time. And what else am I seeing is that it was not if we were talking about those of you who have actually been in a relationship and they're single now, that relationship was not really great for you. That relationship was making you feel misunderstood. It was kind of leaving you in fear as well. It was not the greatest thing, but because of that relationship, I feel like you have learned so many lessons, and you have learned that how to say that you cannot get understood. No, you can't really understand yourself when others understand you. I'm not really sure how to say that, because I know what I want to tell you in my mind, but I'm not really sure how to put this into words. So what I can tell you is that we very often think that we're somehow incomplete. We are not perfect, and we only gonna reach the perfection if we find that significant other, if we get into the relationship, if we find our so-called better half, or however you want to call it. And the thing is, what I'm seeing right now is that you have been wanting to feel like a better person. You were seeking this kind of validation of yourself through getting into connections, relationships, long-lasting, not really long-lasting, and it was making you feel all the time incomplete. Like no matter what, no matter how many people you've been with, it was still the same thing. Like you thought, okay, this time, because I'm gonna be with that person, this is when I'm gonna feel complete and whole and understood and everything. But it was still leaving you disappointed that it's not there. And what the spirit is trying to say right now is that you don't need another person. You don't need to be with anyone to know your self-worth. All right? Because that is the most important thing. It's like, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. So maybe you have been like getting into relationships with people because of the fear of, maybe you were thinking like, oh, I'm gonna end up all alone, or it's terrible to be alone, like being single equals being alone and lonely. And it's not always like that. So you were not really, maybe you were not really getting into relationships because of actually love. Maybe you were getting into relationships with people because you were scared of being on your own, which is a possibility. But still you're feeling like misunderstood no matter what. And because of that, you were not really giving people a chance, because you were still, I'm getting like you were still thinking kind of about yourself. You didn't mean to be selfish, but you were seeking this validation. And because the relationship was not perfect and the people were not making you feel whole again and you know, complete and everything, you were kind of like, I don't want to be with you and I'm gonna look for another person. So that is for some of you, but I am going to get some extra cards just to check what is going on. And I know I haven't talked about this card yet, but I'm gonna leave it for now because I really spirit stocking, a lot of cards falling out, too many cards. Okay, so all right, so you see we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse and we've got the Page of Swords in reverse. So that is the thing. I do feel like you were really scared to be alone. You were cutting people. This is a Page of No, I think I did say Page of Swords. So a lot of swords, a lot of this energy of cutting people off, a lot of this energy of cutting people away from you, because to me it was based on this fear of being alone, and because they couldn't really understand you the way you wanted them to understand you. This is what was happening. For some of you, I feel like it was also, you were looking for someone who would understand you for you, because you don't really understand yourself, or you didn't really understand yourself. That's why you wanted someone else to understand you and basically tell you who you really are and what is your, what I don't know, what is the divine plan for you on this earth in this lifetime, and guide you through your life for you. So I'm getting a lot of this energy of cutting people off, just like the Queen of Swords. But that's the thing, this is the Queen of Swords going wrong. So you are cutting off people who are not only good for you, I mean, not only bad for you, but also the ones that were trying really hard, and you know, they were trying to get to you, but you were just like, no, you know, you don't understand me anyways. So this is what I'm getting with this Page of Swords. I am getting a little bit the energy of a little bit of gossip. So there could have been some gossips going on around you, around the people you have been with, and this is not a good energy. It was keeping you in this very low vibrational state of being. So that is not really good. But let's just clarify this. Give your relationship a chance. For some of you, obviously it could be the relationship you are currently in. Maybe you feel like there is no point of working on this partnership, because that's the work on your partnership. For some of you, it's like maybe you felt like, no, there is no point of doing anything because I don't want to give too much from myself. I'm not really sure. For some of you, obviously it could be talking about an ex, and to me that would mean that there was a chance for you guys to work on this relationship, but you didn't really take the necessary steps, because I would say it's still like based on fear, whether you realize that or not. For some of you, because there's three possibilities, for some of you it is talking about your future relationship. So if you have agree with what I've been saying before about you like trying to validate yourself and your self-worth through the relationship, and it was not working out before, maybe it is talking about your future partnership. Maybe it is kind of like a warning sign, you know, don't repeat the same mistakes again. Remember not to do that. Work on your partnership, because these people who want to be with you, they will not understand you for you. They will understand you for themselves, the way they understand you. But you don't have to agree with that. That is the thing. Whoa, so many cards. But, no, too many cards. But, what I wanted to say is that, yeah, it could be, I know this is not very specific, but that's the thing, this is the message I'm getting. It could be in any type of situation. Could be the past, could be the present, could be the future. Like I said, especially if you're single now, it is something that says make sure you don't repeat the same mistakes again. And we've got the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, it's a new opportunity. This is this cup of love. This is the offer of love. So for a lot of you, for majority of you, I do feel like this is talking about a new relationship, or something that has just started, that is not very serious yet, you know. So if it's a fresh start, so this is this message, especially if it's a fresh start, give it a chance. Give it a chance. Don't, you know, don't how to say that? Just don't let it disappear, you know. Don't let your feelings disappear like all of a sudden, or because maybe you've heard something negative about this person, or maybe because you feel like they are not validating your self-worth yet, if that makes sense. Just give it a chance, you know, give it a few, I don't know, weeks, months, give it a few more days and actually see, you know, how this person is, because yeah, there could be something very interesting and long lasting. So I do wanna clarify this card. However, I feel like we don't really have to clarify that so much, because all of these cards basically have been talking about about yeah, with this one, like it lines up perfectly with all the other cards. So let's just take maybe one card. Two cards wanted to come out. Oh, three. Oh, this one. Okay, this one. Okay, so we've got the Fool. The Fool speaks about new beginnings and new cycles in life, and this is perfect. So it is time for you to stop living in fear. It's time for you to realize that this stage of your life is closed. Okay, this chapter of your life is done. You're done with that. You can choose again. You can start anew. You can start a new chapter. And in this chapter, don't choose fear again. Don't get into the same cycle. Choose love. So choose this one, you know, this new offer of love, which is beautiful, and it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to bring you so much happiness, and probably so much of emotions, like a positive emotions, that you won't be even able to hold them in that cup anymore, because look, like it is like overflowing with emotions, with love, with water, which is water is emotions. So yeah, so the last card we've got, and I feel like this last card, leadership, is is really about what you can do. So we've got the leadership with Archangel Gabriel. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. What this card is saying to me, what I'm getting from this card, is that before you have been in this energy of fear, and this was not the position of power. So now that you understand what has been going on, and you understand that this is a new chapter for you, this is a new beginning, this is the time for you to stop living in fear, and it's the time for you to actually choose love. This is when you're going to be in that position of power, and that is a very strong message, I would say. It is a beautiful, beautiful beautiful, strong message. Yeah, because before you have not been in this power position, you have not realized your power. You have been willingly, you realize that or not, but it was willingly giving away your power to others, you know, because you wanted them to tell you that you're worthy. And if they were not doing that, you felt like a victim. You're giving your power away, which is never good. We're not talking about like being too full of yourself, but I'm talking about like just knowing you've got the power, and you make your own choices in your life, and you don't need anyone to feel whole and feel, I don't know, like a whole human being, basically. You don't need anyone. You might want to be with someone, but you don't need it to be 100% worthy person. You know what I'm saying? So let me just clarify this last card for you guys. Come on, Spirit. One card. One card. I wouldn't be surprised if like the card of strength came out or something like that. Something very, very powerful and strong. Nothing. Well, I guess that's it. The Spirit doesn't really want us to clarify that further, because the message was passed. The message was passed. So there we go, guys. The answer to your question, what is the best way for you to express your love, is first of all to understand what have been going wrong, you know, open this new cycle in your life, be able to give people a chance to love you and be in that position of power, because you do have it in you. You might not believe it, you might have forgotten about it, but it is there, trust me, because we all have it. We all have this inner strength, and we all have this inner power. Okay, well, I do hope it resonated with you guys. Let me know in the comments down below how it did resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and what else? Oh, yeah, and leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. So thank you. Hello, group number 2. I hope you're doing well. So let me remind you, in today's reading we're going to find out what is the best way for you to express your love. So this is for the group that have chosen the Amethyst crystal. And let's see, this is the group that had a lot of cards popping out, so I believe there's a lot of messages for you. So let's just see. We've got, I am awakening to a great feminine spirit. She who lives within me flows through me and connects me with all of life. Beautiful message. When a woman rises up in glory, her energy is magnetic and her sense of possibility contagious. Very strong messages. We've got the separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. We've got sensitivity with Archangel Haniel. We've got prosperity with Archangel Ariel. And we've got my vibes speak louder than my words. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. And my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Okay. A lot of cards, a lot of messages. Let me just gather my thoughts. So this is for later. Actually, this card really speak to me very loudly today. Well, basically this is yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this cards over here. So I know it does speak about a feminine energy and women, but this is to all of you. Actually, it doesn't matter you know, what pronouns do you use or anything like that. You know, we all have feminine and masculine in ourselves, in our souls. So it is about divine feminine aspect, but you know, it doesn't necessarily have to mean you're a woman or you have to be a woman or identify as a woman. It's fine. So the first message I am getting for you is that of the awakening, okay? Because this is what it says, I'm awakening to a great feminine spirit. So for the, I feel like you might have been living for some reason in the shadow. You might have been living, I don't know, I'm getting the word basement, but I mean like a mental and spiritual basement, not actual basement. So you might have been living a life of very low vibrations, and you might have been living life that was not reflecting who you really are, who your soul really is, and like it didn't really show your true spirit and your true nature. And I believe that for some reason you are slowly awakening, slowly, but it is a massive change in your life. I'm also getting that for some of you, you might have chosen to go on a more plant-based diet. I'm getting a vegetarian, or in general just eating more natural food, not really so processed food, which is, I don't know, it might apply to some of you, let me know. So I do feel like you start to understand that everything in the universe is connected and everything in the universe is one. And basically, yeah, it is just like it says, she who lives within me flows through me and connects me with all of life. So you start to understand, you know, that the life around you is really one with you. And this is why this card is here. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So for some of you, I feel like there have been some big changes, maybe some drastic changes. Maybe the changes, they didn't really, well, they were definitely not easy for you, but they might have been, like I said, very drastic, very shocking to people from your surroundings. Maybe you have finally decided to be who you really are, and people were not expecting that from you. Maybe you were living in a closet for a long time, about, I don't know, whatever that is, and all of a sudden you have decided to come out to people and tell them, you know, this is who I really am, and I'm proud of it, and I'm happy with it, because being my real self gets me closer to this divine universal consciousness. So I'm gonna do that, and which is why we've got this card, my vibes speak louder than my words, because now you are tuning into this very high vibrational state, and you feel like you don't really need to explain to people that much why you have decided to be your true self and why you have decided to follow your higher soul's calling. And because before you were not really that, and you were keeping everything inside of you, but now you have decided you don't need to explain yourself to anyone. You are who you are, and this is fine. If they don't want to accept you, then, well, there's nothing you can do. They don't have to be in your life, you know. So there is a very strong energy. So that's why we've got this card. When a woman rises up in glory, her energy is magnetic and her sense of possibility contagious. So energy right now, your vibes are very high. So you're tuning, like I was saying just a moment ago, you're tuning into a very high frequency. Sometimes it might be difficult for you as well, because all of a sudden, just like this, you know, you're just changing, you're going into this 5D all of a sudden, and you don't realize that, and you get kind of a little bit maybe scared, you know, like, oh my god, what did just happen, you know. And and because I don't know, for some reason I'm getting that you know, you might be getting these jumps, you know, into like different dimensions, and they might be a little bit scary at first, but then you decide that this is what you actually want. So you're trying to get your vibes higher and higher, you know, as high as you only can, and you try to be in this good energy, because you know this is what is serving your soul. This is what is serving your higher soul's purpose, when you are in this high energy, high vibrations. And when you, I'm also getting the law of attraction for you guys. So when you realize that you can get what you want, and this is why we've got this sense of possibility, you know. So you know that everything is possible once you attune to these higher vibrations. And this is why we've got this card. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Once again, law of attraction. If you do have faith in the universe, and if you do have faith in the law of attraction, you will attract happiness. You will attract all the good stuff. So I'm gonna still leave these 3 cards for now, but I wanted to get some extra cards just to clarify these ones for you now. So I'm gonna start with the clarification of these 2 cards. But yeah, I'm getting a very strong sense of plants, plant-based diets. Also, I don't know, for some of you could be, what is it called? I don't remember how is it called, but it is this kind of a diet who apparently our great ancestors were eating, I don't know, raw food. I'm getting for a lot of you. Paleo. Oh, that's the word I've been looking for. This paleo diet. Especially if you're blood type O. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I'm literally getting in my head right now. So let's just clarify. Okay, we've got the Tower. See, what did I just say? What did I just say? It is shocking for people that you have changed so much, because they don't know what to say. Because very often when we change, when there are some drastic changes in you, people might not like it, but it's not because they're thinking of your own good. It's because they don't like it, because it will not serve them and their purpose, you know. So if you're quiet, for example, a quiet person all of the time, and all of a sudden you have decided to speak your mind, and you don't always agree with the other people, they might find it troublesome. They might think like, I preferred you the way you used to be before, even though it was not real you. So it is a shock for people. It is a shock for people, but it is good for you. It is something that will, in the end, only bring you this happiness and the high vibes. Because let's not forget, the Tower, this lightning that is hitting the Tower is destroying the delusions, is destroying, you know, the basement that was not built on stable ground, you know. So it destroyed all the bases that, like I said, they don't have stability. So in the end, they would collapse anyways. So it is very purifying in some way. So we've got the Tower. Let me see the other card. Come on, Spirit. What is the other card? We've got the Empress. We've got the Empress. I think that is the perfect card that basically speaks about a woman being in her power and being energetic. Because the Empress is basically all this. This is the feminine aspect. This is the mother aspect. And this is the mother, what is it called? Oh, I can't think today. Archetype. Yeah, this is the mother archetype. You know, so she is there. She knows the land is fertile. She knows she's the embodiment of the goddess. She knows she's the embodiment of the feminine aspect. She knows that without her, nothing would have grown. So you are embracing your feminine aspect. That is just amazing, you know, because this is what you need right now. Let's try to... I'm running out of space. I'm gonna maybe, yeah, because this is how it was. So let me see if there is any clarification for this card. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Because yeah, but so far, just look, the Tower. So like I was saying, the moment of shock, the moment of massive drastic change, the Empress, which is the perfect. What do we have here? The Hermit. The Hermit. Oh, sorry. The Hermit in reverse. So it could have been for you that you were kind of on the inner part, and you were kind of focusing on the inside, but without really wanting to go out of that, of your shell, let's say. But now I feel like this is the end of that stage, because I strongly feel this is the past. You are going into like your inner self. You're going deep inside your soul. You're trying to do some shadow work, whether you realize that or not. But in the end, nothing would come up. So you would get just more and more, like deeper and deeper and deeper. But you could not get out of that. Yes, look, we've got the Eight of Cups. Just the card of moving on. We've got the World, the completion. Beautiful. Which is why we've got this card at the end. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So we've got the card of universe here. Like I said, completion, completion, perfection, end of a cycle, but a beautiful end of a cycle. The very wanted end of a cycle. Okay, I feel like that's it. Let's see what else do we have for you. So we've got this separation card. So it does say time apart from your partner is on the horizon. For some reason, I don't feel like this is something negative. I do feel like for some of you, it could be some kind of a travel. That's why you're going to be separated from your partner if you're in a relationship. Could be them traveling, could be you traveling, but it is definitely not going to be with them. So this is one of the messages I'm getting. Also, for some of you, it could be the separation because you want to do some inner work and some shadow work, and you really want to focus on yourself. Not in a selfish way, but you want to focus on discovering who you really are. You know, for some of your partners, it might be a little bit difficult to understand, but I would say try to explain to them as much as you can about what is going on, that you're going, you're in a period of massive transitions going on, and you really need a little bit of the time for yourself. But remember, don't go into this reverse hermit mode when you're not gonna get out of that state. Okay, so we've got the sensitivity card. You're extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Well, this is why I would say you need a little bit of this separation, because you're getting, like I was saying before, you're awakening, you are getting extra sensitive, you are jumping into different dimensions. And this is why I would say if you can take time off in general from as many people as you can, that will be great for you, so you can focus on your inner self, on your soul, and listen to your soul's needs. And in the end, we've got the card of prosperity. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Well, this is the card that speaks about the law of attraction to me as well, and that links to this card. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So that's the thing, if you trust the universe and you know it's just going to provide for you, then this is what's going to happen. You don't need to worry about that. This is just like, I would say, an extra advice. But let's see if we can clarify this separation card, because I can only tell you about how I feel about it and what I'm getting. But let's see if Tarot has anything else to say about this separation card. What else do we need to know, Spirit? What else do we need to know about this separation card? What else? Again, we just clarified the separation card. Okay, this wanted to jump out. Four of Wands, stability, celebrations. The only message I'm getting from that is that if the relationship is built on a stable ground, and if the relationship is meant to be, because for some of you I do get a very strong twin flame, ultimate soulmate connection with this Four of Wands. they will understand that you need some time alone. They will understand that, and they will give you as much time as you need. So if this is the relationship that is meant to be, you don't need to worry too much about it, because they will understand. You know, explain to them and they will understand. I'm getting that for some of you, they will even say like, you don't need to tell me, I get it, you know, which is gonna be really, really amazing. But let's see if we can clarify the sensitivity card, because I did say what I was meant to say, but if there is anything else, maybe there is anything else, tarot, that you want to tell us. But I don't know if you've noticed, but with the tarot cards over here, we had so many major arcana. When there is a lot of major arcana, it means everything is divinely guided. So everything that is happening to you right now is the universe's plan. Okay, we've got the Four of Cups, 4 and 4, so 44 or 4 in general could be a significant number to some of you. Let me know in the comments down if that number means something to you. So this is the card of basically being bored. It is the card of not really noticing the best things. It is the card that it is not as dramatic as Five of Cups, when we completely don't see any positive stuff, but this might lead to that. So this is the Four of Cups, you know, you don't really see the good opportunities. So I feel like this is kind of a warning, like if you're gonna be focusing only on the material world I'm getting for some reason, then you will not be able to receive that emotional cap, the cap with this, that is with this spiritual needs of your soul. So we've got the last card, prosperity, that we've got with the Emperor. Emperor is a great card. It is a card of the divine masculine, which is interesting because we had the Empress as well. So we've got the Empress, the Emperor. We've got the Four of Wands. So like I was saying, twin flames, ultimate soulmate, this type of connection. Very interesting, very beautiful reading. So that's the thing. You might get someone even to provide for you. And oh, well, I've just noticed there's another 4. So we've got 4, 4, and 4. I'm not really great with numerology, so I can't really help you with that, but you can look this up. Or like I was saying, maybe it does hold some significance for you guys, so you will understand that on a personal level. But it is the clarification of the prosperity card. So like I was saying, there is this divine masculine that might help you with this. Maybe while you are focusing a little bit more on your spiritual needs, there will be this masculine that is going to help you a little bit with your financial stuff. Right now it's not gonna stay like that forever, but there is a big possibility that they want to provide, they want to be a breadwinner, so you can focus on your spiritual growth. But this is a very divinely guided connection between you and that person if you're in a relationship. Like I was saying, a lot of twin flames energy, ultimate soulmate energy, which is beautiful, beautiful energy. So this is it for you, group number 2. I hope it did resonate with you and it was helpful. If it did, please don't forget to subscribe, like, leave me a comment, tell me how did it resonate with you, and thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next one. So thank you. Hello group number 3, I hope you're doing well. So in today's reading, let me remind you, we're going to find out what is the best way for you to express your love. And this is the group that have chosen the clear quartz crystal. Okay, so let us see. You can be a good person with a kind heart and still say no. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. All right. Indigo and crystal children, victory, moon cycles, And when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. I just can't help but notice there's two of these owls over there. So this new love and new type of connections coming into your life, I can't really feel that right now. So I just cannot help but once again I'm the most drawn to this new love card, especially with this and these two of owls. So obviously there is a few possibilities. For some of you, there is a new person that has just come into your life, so the whole connection is very fresh. For some of you, this is a person that you haven't really met yet, but you will very soon. And I also get that for some of you who are in a relationship, you are going to feel like you're basically in love again with that person. You're gonna feel like, just like when you guys were dating, you know, when you were just like getting to know each other, and it was still so fresh and exciting and just, you know, just amazing. So you're gonna feel like that again. But I'm getting like this word faith is really speaking to me right now. So when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So what it tells me is that you need to trust the universe. You need to have faith in the universe, and these loving feelings, whatever they are right now with you, or they will be just coming into your life, everything is going to be really great and beautiful. But also this card is telling you that sometimes you need to say no. So I feel like in the past you might have been a person who was very often like being used by other people, because people knew you're not going to say no to them. People knew if they would come to you and ask you to do something for them or whatever, you wouldn't know how to say no. You wouldn't know how to be assertive and stand for yourself. You would just agree with them or not even say a word. I'm also getting the self-esteem. So it could be that, I'm not saying right now, but maybe in the past, or maybe you still have a little bit of problems with the self-esteem when people would tell you something really cruel and really like hurting, and you wouldn't say anything. Once again, you wouldn't stand up for yourself. You would just like maybe smile and not say anything, but inside you would be really in pain. But I'm getting that the spirit is trying to tell you this is the right time for you to learn how to stand up for yourself. When someone is basically like, I don't know, talking crap about you to you, then you need to like, you know, step in and be just like, no, you know what, I don't need to listen to that. I know I'm not like that. I know I'm a good person. I know I'm a kind person. I know I have a good heart. And I don't need to listen to your shit, basically. Very strong message I'm getting. This is a very strong message. Because we've got this indigo and crystal children card, it is a massive message to me. Like, I'm a crystal child myself, so I do understand other crystals. Maybe you're in indigo, who's a little bit more rebellious. But yeah, with your indigo crystal, I'm also getting the rainbow children as well. So whatever your star seed or anything like that, this is the right message for you. This is from the Archangel Metatron. You have a bond with children in particular. You can help children who are sensitive. So I don't know, maybe you do have children, or maybe you work with children. Or maybe it's even that, you know, your siblings have children, someone in your family does have like children. So this is a big sign, you know, that you will be the one who will understand them better than other people, because you do have this big sensitivity to other things, you know, like to other like people's feelings. You do understand them better than maybe feelings speak to you louder than words, and you can catch on this. You can be even an empath, because very often the crystal children, I would say like crystals especially, are empaths. So you can literally feel other people's like feelings. So that is very important, I feel. We've got the victory card as well with Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. See, this is the second card that is telling you to have faith in the universe. So whatever you have been praying for, whatever you have been asking for, because I do feel like for some of you, it could be this new love, you know, this beautiful love to come into your life. Your ultimate soulmate to come into your life. The sorry, I can't speak. Archangel Sandalphon is telling you that, you know, we got you. We got your back. We understand you. You know, just you need to have faith. You need to trust us. We know what we're doing, and we're gonna get there. And it's gonna be fine. Yeah. And the last card from this, we've got the moon cycles with Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. Once again, this is the card that speaks about the law of attraction. I don't know, I'm getting so many law of attraction cards with this reading today, so I feel like this is a big thing for all of you who are watching this video, basically. But I don't know, I'm getting the 28 days, because the moon cycle lasts 28 days. So I feel like in 28 days from whenever you're watching this video, something great is gonna happen. Something really beautiful. Maybe the manifestation of your prayers, and you know, your basically your prayers. Also, what is very important is that you need to kind of tune into this moon energy. Moon energies, especially I would say the new moon and waxing moon, you know. It's a great time for manifesting new things. New moon is a great time to start manifesting. It's great time to start a new period of manifesting. And the waxing moon, when the moon is growing, basically, it is really good time to, you know, work on these manifestations. So maybe that will help a little bit, but we'll see. Okay, let me clarify your cards, because I feel like these are all the messages I can tell you for myself, but I don't know what else Spirit wants you to know, wants us to know with this group. So let's clarify the new love card first. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Too many cards falling out, but that's okay. What do we have with this new love? Okay, what do we have? Ace of Cups, beautiful. It literally, Ace of Cups to me is new love. I had the same thing with the group number 1, I believe. Yeah, it was the group number 1 where I had the Ace of Cups popping out as well. So Ace of Cups is a promise, basically, of a new love. It's a new beginning, new opportunity. Yeah, someone will be coming to you with this cup of love. Beautiful. Let's see what else do we have with this one. Let's clarify. When I lean on the fate of the universe, peace becomes real. So I'm getting that for some of you might be worried, upset, maybe unsure if the universe can hear you, can hear your prayers, your manifestations. So oh, there's 2 cards. We've got the moon and we've got 2 of Wands in reverse. The moon, to me, especially in this reading, speaks about the subconscious. It speaks about the intuition. It speaks about the dreams. I'm getting that for some of you, the very important messages might be coming in in your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. If you do dream journaling, that will be the best practice for you right now, because you might not remember everything and like later on, but when you wake up, just make sure you write down everything significant that was popping up in your dreams. We also have this Two of Wands in reverse. Oh, sorry, three. Why did I say two? Three of Wands in reverse. So I'm getting that for some of you, you are kind of unknowingly, unwillingly blocking your own manifestations. That you are kind of, you're not doing that on purpose, obviously, but you are thinking, you know, you're creating the obstacles in your own mind, so your wishes cannot really manifest that easily. I'm not saying they're not going to manifest, they will, because we do have so many cards that speak about you manifesting whatever you want, but you need to have faith. But because you might be subconsciously blocking the energies, they're trying to help you, so work on that, work on having faith. Let's see, what do we have for this card? What? Oh, too many cards. Too many cards. Let's see how we can clarify this card. You can be a good person with a kind heart and still say no. This is a very assertive card that tells you, you know, be assertive. Stand up for yourself. Fight for yourself. You don't have to do everything that other people tell you to do. Obviously, you don't need to be a rebel all of a sudden and say no to everything and everyone, but you know, just be assertive. This is a very significant message I'm getting, but let's see what will the cards tell us. Okay, please clarify this card for me, Spirit. What we can get. Is there anything we need to add? Maybe there is nothing we can add to this card. Okay, I don't think there is anything that Spirit wants to add about this card, so I'm just gonna leave it. Let's see about this indigo and crystal children. Spirit, can we clarify the indigo and crystal children card, please, with the Archangel Metatron? Whoa, so many cards, too many cards. Okay, let's clarify this one. Well, I'm speaking about the children, I don't know if you can hear, but there is like kids playing somewhere outside. It might be a sign for some of you, maybe. I don't know. Let me know. Can we clarify? Is there anything you want to add to this one? Okay, I don't think there's nothing. Let's see with this victory card if there's anything the Spirit wants to add about the victory card with Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Is there anything, Spirits? Okay, so we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Working, mastering your craft. So that is another important message. You know, work on it, work on your manifestations, work on your prayers, and you know, you'll get better and better at that. You'll get better and better at manifesting, and soon, you know, you will become a master of it. You just need to trust yourself and have faith in your abilities. So let's see the last card, which is the moon cycles, if we can clarify that somehow. Okay, we've got the Eight of Cups, which is moving on, which is, I don't know if you can see, but there's a moon here as well. So moving on from something, but I'm not really sure. Beautiful. 10 of Cups. You see, moving towards this 10 of Cups, moving towards beautiful family life, love, happiness, joy, all the good stuff. So we're moving towards that. You're moving towards that. You're leaving this past basically behind you. You're leaving everything behind you. You're working with the moon cycles on your manifestations, and you're working on yourself. You're working on your soul, mastering your soul, and that will lead to this 10 of Cups. That is a really, really, yeah, there's a beautiful card at the end, because it's a happy family life, you know, joy, fulfillment. Okay, so this is all I've got for you guys for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, leave me a like, also leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you, and once again, thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.